Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. It's Saturday the 4th of January. Just a reminder that the site here is all kept completely free of charge because of you coming back and using the site. It means that we can put more adverts in front of you, which basically generates the revenue that keeps us free of charge. WeatherWeb is a commercial operation. It's not an amateur site or a hobby site or anything like that. It exists to make money, and that means we can reinvest and we can bring you more videos all the time. So thanks for your continued support. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at WXWeb. Okay, so lots of talks of flooding and gales over the last few days and more to come. This is the chart for Sunday. Starts off okay. I think some ice around first thing in the morning, particularly across eastern and central parts of the country. However, these fronts piling in from the west. They'll be bringing rain west of here by lunchtime, this moving eastwards through all parts of the country in the afternoon. Winds increasing, getting up to 50 to 60 miles an hour at times out in the west. And this straight fetch coming in from the southwest, bringing high tides again to western and southern coasts. Although the actual tide itself, sorry, I said high tide, I didn't mean high tide, I meant high waves, because the tide itself is going to be lower at high tide than it has been over the last few days, and it's lowering off all the time now as we get away from the spring tide. So hopefully the damage brought by it wouldn't be as widespread. However, that southwesterly flow stays with us through Monday. Here it is, look, you see it coming up through the Channel, through western parts of Wales, southwest England, getting up through into northwest England, southwest Scotland as well. And that's just pushing the sea inland all the time. So again, a risk of coastal defences being breached, but the tide itself, as I say, is low, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen. We got rain affecting western areas, though, from these fronts, drier and brighter out towards the east, windy for all, severe gales in the west and south. For Tuesday, still got low pressure up towards the northwest of Scotland, strong southwesterly flow, some more rain across southern areas, another risk of localised flooding there. Heavy showers out in the west, but dry for the east and windy in the north. And then on Wednesday, the low pressure up towards the north of Scotland, still bits of rain affecting the south, but on this westerly flow, sunshine and showers, most of them to the west. And then on to Thursday, low pressure still in control, but slightly better conditions. Few showers affecting western coast, some more persistent rain for northern Scotland, but generally we're looking at some sunny spells, I think, for most of us, ahead of these fronts moving in from the west. Looking a little bit further ahead, GFS Ensemble showing temperatures falling off still, look, going cooler. It's not cold, we're not looking at a real outbreak of winter weather here, we're just looking at temperatures cooling off. And talking of the long range, the Japanese Met Agency latest model output for the month is available now. This is week 1, so this has taken us up to next Friday the 10th. And what this shows is the deep trough look that's through the British Isles. High pressure out towards the east. It's confirming the unsettled weather continuing during the course of this week. Flow turning more northwesterly, or west-northwesterly, hence the reason for the temperatures cooling off. Week 2, which takes us from the 10th of January through to the 17th of January, and bit of a change on this one, showing the trough getting split. We've got high pressure here in the Atlantic, higher than normal heights, big trough down here, and we've got a big ridge building out towards the east. What this is doing is putting the lower pressure further south. It's circulating around like so, so we get more into a southeasterly. This would cool conditions down, and it's probably something that needs watching, particularly northern England, southern Scotland, for the potential for some wintry weather just developing on the northern edge of this system. So this is backing up these ideas of the GFS Ensemble of going cooler. Difficult to get detail into this one at the moment, but that's certainly a change in type, and it takes us away from the gales and the constant rain, but it does potentially mean a fall in temperatures. And then running forwards from the 17th of January, then taking us forward 2 weeks, so going up to the 31st of January. Change here too, look, low the normal heights through here, high the normal heights up towards the north, and indications of some sort of ridge being built across the north here. Now what that would do is lend itself more into colder easterly conditions to the north of the UK. Now they could affect Scotland. Lower pressure areas would try and get south here, mainly affecting England and Wales, but there is the potential for some wintry conditions across southern Scotland, northern England, perhaps Northern Ireland, given this flow. And it does look to be a slightly cooler flow through these 2 weeks. Now, for my money, I'd say probably the coolest of it is around that first week, so sort of the 17th through till about the 24th time. And then probably temperatures picking up after. But it's just interesting. I've been telling you, haven't I, now for several weeks about the idea of mid-January going cooler. And interesting that the model here, trying to pick up on that, suggests these cooler conditions. Again, it doesn't look like widespread depths of winter, but certainly I think there's a risk of snow there and more winter-like weather than we've seen for some time. Now, the CFS weekly output, this is week 1, so forward to the 10th of January. This one shows the trough out towards the east look, and this big real building heights out towards the east, but the trough out towards the west. Then, as we get into week 2, it's showing us with double low pressure area height, lower heights. Remember, these are heights relative to average, so it shows us where the heights are below normal. Big builder pressure states linking across into eastern and to northern parts of Russia and central Russia. That's normally an indication of cold weather. Given the flow probably doing something like so from areas of low pressure, again hinting at perhaps an east or southeasterly coming in during that week, but the Japanese were much stronger on the build of pressure out towards the east. Then into week 3, this is from the 18th to the 24th. Now, this is when I said I thought we could see cooler conditions, but the CFS not really seeing it. What it wants to do is just to bring us in with low than normal heights, screaming through from the west. It has higher than normal heights up towards the north, so it would bring more of an easterly flow here, and we'd probably see the flow doing something like so. But it keeps the UK out of the real cold conditions, but it does get us into cooler weather. So it lends itself into the idea of wintry precipitation for Scotland, northern parts of England, Northern Ireland as well, but keeps the more southern parts of the country in milder conditions, although near normal, so sort of 6 degrees by day and sort of 1s and 2s overnight. So it does build on this idea of the cool weather being there during the course of this week. And then as we head into week 4, very little change really. It tries to keep higher than normal heights up towards the north and the east, low than normal heights across the UK, tries to bring the jet back in but weakens it significantly, splitting it off one section north, probably one section going south like so, and would bring very similar conditions really, with the north particularly being cooler than normal, the south being nearer normal but certainly cooler than it has been, and this threat of wintry weather across the north still being present. And the Korean model is out as well. This is late January, so this is picking up where we've just seen weeks 3 and week 4. And this one tries to have higher than normal heights towards the east and in the Atlantic, trough across eastern parts of the states. We've got a ridge linked in here, a trough west of the UK, a ridge out towards the east, and that would bring in cooler east to southeasterly winds. But again, we're not talking depths of winter here. We're just talking about cold air being close every so often, just trying to nudge its way into the country. And then early February, that picks up on the idea of higher than normal heights staying out towards the east, higher than normal heights through the UK as well, lower than normal across the Mediterranean, and that is more of an easterly flow through the UK. So it tries to say early part of February going cold. Now, this isn't backed up by other models just yet, but we need to watch this very carefully, particularly on the CFS and on the JMA, to see if they start to suggest anything being much colder during that early part of February. And then the middle part of February looking like this. It shows us with... I'll move that over there, shall I? It shows us with this low than normal pressure down towards the south, higher west, higher east. So we're getting this sort of pattern taking place here. And we're split here with an easterly flow. So it tries to keep the middle of February cold too. Now, if this came right, this is winter. There's no doubt about it. This is absolute winter, early February, middle of February. But remember, this is just one model. This is just the Korean Met Agency model. So they've got it. CFS at the moment hasn't got it. And the JMA at the moment also isn't particularly showing it. So they're the main models that we use. But it's interesting that one of them has come in with this, the idea of a much colder early February. Now, that's not a forecast at the moment, but it is just highlighting one of the possible scenarios that could be lining itself up here, getting ready to take place. Of course, I'll keep you updated on that right the way throughout, and as we get more updates coming through. Certainly don't want you snow geese jumping up and down saying, oh, here it comes, winter's on its way, and then saying, oh, well, you said it was going to. That's not what I'm saying at the moment. The guidance is there from one of the models suggesting that that could happen. Now, if you take 3 models and only one of them says it's there, then that's just a 30% chance that winter could occur. So it's that sort of low level of confidence at the moment, but it's something that we need to be watching carefully, and it's something that we're advising private clients about just at the moment. So that's brought you up to date. Once again, thanks for watching weatherweb.net. Don't forget, we're kept free of charge because you keep coming back to the site. That means we can show you more adverts, which means that it generates more revenue, which keeps the site free of charge. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.